Welcome to WeatherWise. This is going to be a quick intro video to help you get started on your journey to make your construction project more weather and climate aware. So you've landed on the landing page, you're probably watching this video right here. It's going to give you an overview of recent activity on your account and also give you some quick buttons to link into where you can learn more about EHAB. If you are very, very new, this is your very first time using EHAB, then I recommend you click the Quick Start Guide. This will bring you through a flow, which will basically just give you an overview of how the platform works, and it will give you some insights into how we think about things at WeatherWise. You can save and exit that at any point, and you can go back to it at any point. It's just an educational flow. If you've now done that and you're ready to actually get started on a live project, then I recommend you go to the top left, which is where you can start to create your divisions. And within each division, you can create projects. So you just click New Project. And then within each project, you can have multiple sites. So my Cardiff Port project has a Cardiff Port main site and then a secondary site. So if you want to click New Site, that's where then you add a location. So you can just type in the address, for example, and then you can click around on the map to move the pin, and then you can give that new site a name. And if you have any codes, you can add that here, and then just click Create Site, and that should take 5 to 7 minutes to create a new site there. Once that is active and once it's selected, so I'm going to select my island test site, for example, you'll then be able to unlock multiple different reports in here. So this really depends on whether you are here for the very first time, and you'll have some credits. So if you just have some credits, then I recommend you start with historical weather analysis. This is one of the most cost-effective reports, and it gives you access to hundreds of different variables over 50 years of data. And as this report loads in, what you'll see is a daily indicator of what the weather has been over that time period. And you can click open this and you can select if you want just the last year, the last 10 years. You can pick the dates that you want. You can select the variables that you want. So the default that is always going to load in for the first time will be temperature, precipitation, wind speed. But you can then click this open and you'll see that there are many, many other variables that you can get access to. So as you can see, we've loaded 5 years of temperature data, for example. That's temperature at 2 meters. But if I wanted to, I can go in here and select from a number of different variables. So I could go and get flood and river data, discharge information, cloud cover, a number of marine variables for offshore work, obviously different precipitation, soil moisture even, so you can get soil moisture down to 2 meters depth, wind direction, wind speeds at different heights. So you can start to really get into the detail, and all you need to do is click these and then click done, and then load this new historical report, which will then load in the new data sets that you want to take a look at. You can always get the weather forecast here. You can always get the NEC and downtime reports for if you're making any claims here. But then probably the next place you want to go is the weather rules, and this is where you can then start to get more specific about the information that you're seeing on the platform. So here we've got cast in place concrete piles as an example. You can just go to here, choose from the library. We have 150 to choose from. You can add or remove from the list. So if I just wanted to clear all selected, that would get rid of those. And then you can see the default thresholds that are here. If you need to, you can go and set between imperial and metric in the top right hand corner. And then you can see that for this activity type with these thresholds, we're going to have 61% downtime or 13 days in January, 60% in Feb, etc. And all I would need to do if I wanted to change that, for example, so I could, if we think this is way too high, we can change this from 25 to 5. We can apply that. And what it's going to do is going to reload the calculation, and we're going to get a fresh risk profile for this particular activity type. And so this is really useful if you're just trying to determine for my particular activity, how much downtime am I likely to get in a given month. So you can see now there's a lot more risk across the year. If 5 millimeters is the threshold, it's going to be giving us about 20 to 30% downtime throughout the year practically. So you can change these, model these. And then if you want to get into more detail, there's then the plan impact summary, which gives you a full analysis of your plan and exactly how many down days. And this is where our 94% accuracy comes from. All you have to do is follow this progress bar. You can integrate into a number of different solutions. So in this case, you can go and integrate into P6 and also Power Project, where we have an official plugin. So you just click that and then you can follow the tutorial here. or we also integrate into a number of different risk solutions. So Deltek Acumen Risk, Nodes and Links, Oracle Primavera Cloud. We now also have an Oracle Primavera Cloud API. Safran Risk is an example. So all of these have tutorial videos that you can follow along with. And if you need further credits, then in the top right hand corner, you just go to billing and credits. And it's in here that you can purchase more credits. So I've got plenty of credits, but you may need to purchase more credits if you want to unlock some of these reports. And if you go into any of these and it has a little bar at the top here, you can then actually just directly pay for credits here without needing to talk to us. But if you do need any help, then feel free to just click this little chat in the bottom right. It'll ask you a couple of questions, but you can just straight away book a call with us if you need any help. So thanks for listening.